Hello, welcome everybody, come on in and welcome to another episode of Coffee with the Coach with me, Kayleigh Hawkins from KH Coaching and Therapies. How are you all today? I hope you're keeping well, I hope you're keeping hydrated with this warm weather. Let me know how you are and how your week has been since we last got together. Let me know if you're watching on live. There should be a little live up in this corner or in this corner. That means you're watching live. Drop me a comment, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching on replay, that's fine. You can catch up later, give me a hashtag replay and let me know where you're watching from. If I could also ask if you could share the love and share me and sprinkle me out there, that would be amazing. You can do this by either hitting the share button or you can tag in whoever you think that this episode may be beneficial to. And talking of this episode, we're on episode 4, which is why I stopped catastrophizing and overthinking and how I immediately felt better. So I came to this topic because there was something going on with me in my personal life, and I felt that I noticed that I started to overthink things. I started to catastrophize what was happening, and I knew that this was because it was kind of somewhat linked to a trauma in the past that I was doing this. But it was causing me to, I was snoozing my alarm, I was sleeping in, I was tired more, I kept wanting to take naps, I was highly emotional, and I just wasn't at my best within my home life, you know, with being a mum. I was just like, I'm not at my best, I'm not being present here, because right now I'm just constantly worried about what's going on, and this was affecting me for a good few weeks. And then this week, actually, on Monday, I said to myself, right girl, enough is enough. Like, you're causing yourself so much stress. You've got to stop. Hello, whoever's just joined me, drop your name below. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. So this week, like I say, we're talking about catastrophizing and overthinking. And I was personally doing this for a few weeks. And like I said, Monday, I was like, right, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You've got to stop. This is causing you stress, and it's also affecting your home life as well. So I had a stern word with myself, so to say. So some of you might be thinking, what is catastrophizing? Now we know what. Hi, oh, it's Mummykins. Hi, Mum. Thanks for watching. So some of you, or most of you, would know what overthinking is. And catastrophizing is very similar. So when we catastrophize, what we basically do is we think of the worst case scenario. We make those small problems even bigger. If this is something that you have done in the past or something that you're currently doing now, please share, let me know, drop it in the comments below, and you know, either give me a little thumbs up or yeah, I have, and share with me if catastrophizing and if overthinking is something you currently are doing or something that you have done. Like I say, this has come about because I personally have been catastrophizing over the last couple of weeks that made me kind of come to give you this live today. So I am guilty of it, but I have given myself a stern speaking to get myself out of it. So whilst I'm waiting for this live to build up and for you to drop your comments, we're just going to go over why is it that we catastrophize, and why do we make our small problems bigger, and why do we, you know, why do we think the worst? Why do we create the worst case scenario? Well, there can be a number of reasons that we do this. One of the reasons that we do this is it can actually be a learned habit. You might have learned it from your peers, your friends, your family. If you're around it, you're more likely to do it yourself. Another reason that we do it is if you have had a difficult life in the past, if you've dealt with quite a few different traumas, then you almost catastrophize And I know this sounds crazy, but it prepares you for the worst case scenario. You're prepared. So whatever happens, this is the worst case scenario. I know this because I've been in this kind of situation before, so I'm prepared. Well, what we're actually doing is we're actually manifesting the worst there. We're not actually really preparing ourselves. So it can be connected to difficult pasts and traumas. And another reason that we may catastrophize and overthink is anxiety. When people suffer with anxiety, then they are more likely to overthink, and then overthinking can come into catastrophizing. So there are the three main reasons: learnt habit, connected to difficult pasts and traumas, and also connected to anxiety. Now, there are quite a few negative consequences of catastrophizing and overthinking. Like I say, one of them could be, if you think something and say something enough times out loud, you're actually manifesting that into your life. Why would we do that? So that's one of the reasons that it's a negative consequence. Another is, if, for an example, I'm trying to think of a scenario that we can attach it to. Let's just say you're starting up your new business and you're like, nobody's going to buy my product. I don't have many people on social media. You start to overthink everything. You start to create these big scenarios, and therefore you're not going to reach your goal of creating a successful business, selling X amount of products. Whatever the situation is, it could potentially stop you from reaching your goals. Another reason that overthinking and catastrophizing, it has a negative consequence, is because it can make you feel very stuck in life. Now, I was starting to get into that state where, like I said, I was sleeping in, I was tired, I wasn't really thinking of much else apart from catastrophizing what was going on with me, and therefore I started to slip in home life and parenting and all the rest of it, and it can make you feel very stuck. It can cause relationship troubles. If the other person's not understanding what's going on, if you're not talking about what's going on and how you're feeling, the other person's not a mind reader, then that they can see that something's wrong, but they don't know what's wrong, and they can see that you're being stressy and emotional, but they don't, so it can potentially cause troubles within your relationships. Like I said, I noticed it with my parenting. I'm like, normally if my children are being little monkeys or something, I can catch that it's starting to build and I can get in there and diffuse it. Where my head wasn't in the right space, I wasn't catching it quick enough, and I wasn't dealing with the situations the best. Nothing major, but they've not got their listening ears turned on, and then it was just too much, and so I would just be an emotional mess because my children weren't listening to me, but it was because I was in a different headspace. Do you have an incense burning? I keep seeing some smoke coming across the screen. I do. I have, what have I got today? Eucalyptus today is what I'm burning. So yes, that is my incense. So I'm sorry if that's distracting you. What else? What other consequences can come across from catastrophizing? Well, low self-esteem. If you start getting yourself in this catastrophizing headspace that the worst situation is going to happen to you, your self-esteem becomes lower, and and then it's a vicious circle. You're in that trap, you're in that ball, and it gets worse and worse and worse, to the point that it could cause anxiety and depression. And then with anxiety and depression, it causes more overthinking, and it's just a vicious circle. And from a little thought, a little negative thought, to overthinking it, to catastrophizing, you're then in this wheel, and it's like a spiral, and it's what's the word that I can use? It's draining, it's tiring, it's emotionally heavy. Well, it was for me personally. These are the emotions that I was feeling from catastrophizing, and so these are some of the negative consequences that can happen when you catastrophize. So how do we stop this? How do we stop ourselves from doing this destructive behaviour? Well, one of the things that I did, now I'm one of these, I like to, every morning I wake up before the kids and I like to have a bit of me time. I'll have a nice cuppa, I'll do some meditation, I'll do a bit of yoga, a bit of breath work, a bit of journaling, set myself up for the day, set my goals. However, because I was in this space of catastrophizing and just not having the mojo I used to have, I stopped doing all of that. I was no longer journaling, I wasn't yogaing, I wasn't meditating, I wasn't giving myself me time, and therefore that, you know, that made me dip even more. So like I said, I gave myself a stern talking to, and I was like, girl, get up. Do you want to be in this vicious circle? You know, I'm still waiting for my appointment, which is in a couple of weeks. Am I going to continue to feel this way for another couple of weeks? Hell no, I don't want to feel like this. Right, so what are you going to do about it? You know, pick yourself up. And I can take myself quite seriously. I can give myself a telling off and take it quite seriously. So I was like, right, stop by getting back up in the morning, stop snoozing that alarm and get your ass out of bed. I did that. Right, now you're out, get into meditation. You know how powerful meditation is. You know how good it does you and your soul. So do it. And so like I said, I started doing it. So I'm on day 3 of, you know, getting myself back into my routine. And so I've started meditation again. And the one particular meditation that I've been doing, I have personally felt has really helped me get out of my funk, because I'm no longer catastrophizing. I'm no longer overthinking it. Yes, it's slightly there in my head, and it will be until I've had my appointment to get the okay, so to say. But it's not, I'm not thinking about it 24/7, you know. I'm able to go back to being a parent again. I'm able to get back into my projects and stuff like that, and be present with what I'm doing. I'm here with you guys, which is great, because at one point I was thinking, oh, am I gonna be able to go live? I am not gonna let myself down, and I'm not gonna let you guys down. So this meditation I did is called thought stopping meditation. Now I'm happy to share this meditation with you guys. If you would like a copy of it, I have a written copy and I have an audio. If you would like one or the other or both, I am happy to send those across to you. So just drop meditation into the comments below if you would like a copy, and I'll get that sent across to you. And with the thought stopping meditation, it really helped me to stop catastrophizing, really. Like if I felt like it was starting to creep in again, I'm like, right, into meditation, into thought stopping meditation. And it, like, okay, I'm only on day 3 at the minute, but like I feel so much lighter. I haven't cried for a couple of days, which is amazing. So this meditation in general is great, but this particular one works wonders. And another thing that you can do, which I haven't done this time round, but another thing you can do is CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy. Really good, and that could potentially help you. You know, I wanted to give you a few different options and you see what works for you. There's probably other stuff out there that you could do. If any of you know of anything, again, please share it in this group. You know, we're a community, we're here to support each other, help each other, you know, share our knowledge and grow. So if you'll find that you've done catastrophizing in the past and you felt a tool that helped you to stop doing this, then, you know, please share it with the group. For me, it was meditation, that thought stopping meditation. But like I say, there is others, CBT being one of them. So that what we was going to cover today is, like I say, overthinking and catastrophizing and how I stopped, and I immediately felt better for doing what I did. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how many of you do this self-sabotaging, negative, destructive behavior, because, you know, we do these things, you know, and everything that I've come and spoke to you about is stuff that I've done personally myself, and then I found a way out of it, and then I'm like, right, okay, let me share this with those that need to know this or would like to know this. Who can I help with this information? So that's why I came up with the Catastrophizing Live today. So that's it from me. I like to keep them short and sweet because I know we all have busy lives. It's a beautiful day, and so you will probably, well, some of you might want to be inside where it's cooler, but I would imagine most of you would like to be out enjoying the sun. I know that you're probably busy at work or you've got little ones to look after, so I really do, I know I say this each time, but I'm such a grateful person that I'm really grateful for those who have jumped on live. I am really grateful for those who will watch this on replay later. If you've shared my live, thank you. I share gratitude to you. Thank you for being here with me and taking time out of your day. Now, next week, there will be no coffee with the coach. I am running a martial arts, I am helping with a martial arts summer camp that we are doing. and so I will not be finished in time for Coffee and the Coach, which means there'll be no Coffee and the Coach next week. The following week we'll be back as normal at 2 o'clock over at KH Coaching and Therapies in the group, with another episode 5 of Coffee with the Coach. If you have any questions on today's topic, leave a comment below on this live, or reach out to me privately. That's fine. You don't have to share it with everybody in the group. You can reach out to me privately. That's not a problem. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, for the next 2 weeks. I will be in the group, but I just won't be live until not this Wednesday, coming the following Wednesday after that. I'm not sure what the date is. I should really have a calendar with me. That would be really useful. But anyway, until next time, take care.